2019 was full of roller coaster rides. From medicine to space, astronomy to genetics, we saw some marvelous achievements in science. We witnessed amazing news around the globe. In this video, we are taking a look at the best news of 2019. Let's get started. The super blood wolf moon, a rare lunar eclipse, could be seen this year. Archaeologists in Minya uncovered tombs with 50 mummies in them. The mummies are suspected to be from the Ptolemaic era. Experts believe they were people of importance. It was announced that Mars Opportunity rover's mission had officially ended after the rover died. A test flight of air taxi was successfully completed. Scientists discovered what they believe could be evidence of the asteroid suspected of killing all dinosaurs. The first ever image of a black hole was released. The image shows an intense ring of fire. A pill that can monitor the stomach for an entire month was developed. Burn victims can get new skin by using their own cells and 3D printers. NASA launched an International Space Station into space with the intention of mapping carbon dioxide on Earth. Scientists are using this mission to study how CO2 moves through the atmosphere. SpaceX launched a rocket from Florida that was carrying 60 internet satellites. A new type of immune cell can explain type 1 diabetes. A study suggests that a new genetically modified fungus can rapidly kill mosquitoes carrying malaria. Scientists found that various plants have become extinct over the last 250 years. Scientists predict this extinction is happening 500 times faster than it should be naturally. Astronomers announced that they may have potentially found 2 new planets that can sustain life. Analysts mention that by 2030, robots could take over 20 million factory jobs. A new material that is tough as steel and flexible as elastic has been discovered. Scientists reached a breakthrough in the human brain after they created artificial nerve cells. The tiny creations may later be used to create diseases that deteriorate parts of the brain, like Alzheimer's. A new type of drug was formed which can stop cancer cells from spreading and repair its DNA. Researchers announced that they had successfully eliminated HIV from the DNA of infected mice. Researchers announced that the Milky Way galaxy may be warped and twisted rather than flat like they once thought. Google announced that it's working on software for smartphones that could help the deaf community. Astronomers got even closer to obtaining measurements of a potential interstellar comet. Smartphones can be powered by plastic soon. A new potential therapy can treat untreated kidney diseases. More than a quarter of UK mammals face extinction. The state of nature has also predicted that 41% of species have experienced a decline since 1970. 3 scientists were honored as the lithium-ion battery won the Nobel Chemistry Prize. The lithium-ion battery is defined as enabling a mobile world. Scientists are developing a vaccine for stress and anxiety. Male birth control pills are up for safety trials. NASA astronauts Christina Cook and Jessica Meyer made history by completing the first all-woman spacewalk. It was announced that a U.S. trial was in the works that gives drug-addicted patients a brain implant. The implant is designed to reduce cravings. The Ebola vaccine was approved after its second trial. Astronomers have spotted hints of water raining in the atmosphere of a planet beyond the solar system. Researchers have used CRISPR gene editing technology to try to treat a person infected with HIV. Newly developed drugs can treat depression and anxiety. There were giant bubbles spotted around the Milky Way's black hole. Biologists have developed a way to use human stem cells to make structures that mimic early embryos. Lost Denisovan bone reveals a surprisingly human-like finger. A small clinical study in California has suggested for the first time that it might be possible to reverse the body's epigenetic clock, which measures a person's biological age. Ancient worm fossil rolls back origins of animal life. A Japanese woman has become the first person in the world to have her cornea repaired using reprogrammed stem cells. Archaeologists have discovered a 3.8 million-year-old hominin skull in Ethiopia, a rare and remarkably complete specimen that could change what we know about the origins of one of humanity's most famous ancestors, Lucy. Scientists have created the largest computer chip yet to be made from carbon nanotubes, rolled-up sheets of atom-thick graphene that conduct electricity at super-fast speeds. AI from Google can detect lung cancer. Chemists make the first ever ring of pure carbon. A treatment for extreme drug-resistant tuberculosis wins U.S. government approval. Astronomers are edging closer to discovering what causes brief, powerful flashes in the sky known as fast radio bursts, or FRBs, after a Canadian telescope discovered 8 more of the most intriguing type of these blasts. Virtually limitless fusion energy could be achieved with the help of advanced AI. A telescope in Arizona conducted the largest spectroscopic survey of galaxies. Russia has launched an effort to build a working quantum computer. Japan is set to build the largest neutrino detector in history. Chinese institutes investigate the pathogen Brucellobacterium, which can lead to serious complications. The European Space Agency, or the ESA, is sent to launch a first-of-its-kind exoplanet telescope which will perform detailed studies of hundreds of known worlds beyond the solar system. Magnetic minerals in ancient Greenlandic rocks suggest that the Earth's magnetic field arose at least 3.7 billion years ago. E. coli bacteria has been engineered to eat carbon dioxide instead of sugar or other organic molecules. Biologists have uncovered the mechanism by which stem cell therapies improve heart function. Elusive deer-like animal rediscovered in Vietnam. Ring of Fire, the last solar eclipse of the decade visible from parts of the world. The first southern white rhino in North America conceived through artificial insemination was born. A 210,000-year-old skull changes the timeline of human migration. A new Australian dinosaur is identified. We achieved the first plant to be germinated on the moon. Renewable energy is becoming the new source of power generation. According to NASA, the world is getting greener than it was 20 years ago. Seawater is converted into fresh water by solar energy. Arthritis can be cured by a new kind of blood vessels in our bones. Color blindness is treated in monkeys using gene therapy. A new development of clothes has been created that changes color when harmful gases are in the air. The worst chemicals in the air can be cleaned by new developed houseplants. A new drug formula that can regenerate brain cells was developed. Measles infections in children can wipe out the immune system's memory of other illnesses, such as influenza. A new heart patch can repair heart cells after a heart attack. The world's oceans have long helped to stave off climate change by absorbing heat and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Fossils provide the first clear example of group nesting activities in dinosaurs. Biologists have, for the first time, captured and grown an elusive type of microbe that is like those that may have given rise to all complex life on Earth. Scientists have induced visual hallucinations in mice by using light to stimulate a handful of cells in the animals' brains. Researchers have created a robotic fish powered by a battery fluid that its developers dub robot blood. A new satellite devoted to gazing at planets orbiting other stars has just launched into space. With a new optical imaging system, small tumors can be detected. A discovery may lead to osteoporosis treatment research, finding that the internal structure of the bones can be strengthened. Researchers used non-toxic silicone nanocrystals to fight cancer. A second galaxy was discovered without any dark matter. A molecule that can activate sperm cells and guide it towards eggs was discovered. A new high-tech buoy can detect movements in the Earth's seafloor that precede an earthquake or tsunami. A team of University of Arizona researchers have created a simple, portable, and inexpensive method for detecting extremely low levels of norovirus, which causes food poisoning. Astronomers discovered an intact planet orbiting a white dwarf star for the first time ever. Mathematicians discovered a new way to multiply large numbers. Astronomers detected one of the fastest renegade stars ever recorded, fleeing across the Milky Way at 1.2 million miles per hour, or 2 million kilometers an hour. Scientists were shocked to find pitcher plants chowing down on salamanders. Physicists may have finally spotted an odoron, a particle that really isn't a particle. Scientists have discovered the world's oldest forest in an abandoned quarry near Cairo, New York. The first baby was born from a donated womb. A photosynthetic artificial cell was created which can make its own energy. A prototype of a 3D printed electric motorbike was made for the first time. Virtual reality therapy can treat nightmares. A new therapy was developed which can turn cancer cells into fat. China landed on the dark side of the moon. The presence of methane on Mars was officially discovered. Lab-grown blood vessels turned into living tissue after being transplanted. Feather-weight oxygen, the lightest weight oxygen, was discovered. A billion-year-old fossil set back evolution of the earliest fungi. Universal stem cells were generated which can be transplanted without mediating any immune response. Cancer can be detected by only a single blood drop by new cancer detection technology. Well, I think it's clear that science did some amazing stuff in 2019. Let's hope we can continue this trend in 2020 and achieve some awesome breakthroughs. Also, if you would like to watch